Hello and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 part number 18. On the last video from part number 17 to take part in the Trial Mountain Cup, but it was a lot of excitement out there to have all kinds of American cars to be compete in the Sierra Mountains located in California. First time ever to have one of the three legendary Gran Turismo racetrack is now also to be set and located in America. After taking part for doing a successful 4 championship event, so now it's time to get ready to go down over onto the Legend Cars dealership to be in the third type of the dealership pavilion. A very exclusive collection of legendary cars available to buy. Sounds like this one might have a good place to start out to be on the tour like the Brand Central, but they will be having all kinds of different legendary cars such as road cars and iconic historic race car from the decades. So it looks like this pavilion is a very good place to look around, so let's go visit. Welcome to the Legend Cars. This is a special dealership known only to a handful of collectors and accessible to even further. Legend Cars offers a limited number of highly sought after collectible cars from the 20th century, along with few iconic cars that have been made their name of the racetrack all over the world. I can't wait to see what they have to offer us today. Sweet! Looks like this kind of a dealership is also to be part of Haggerty Collection. But there is one person right now who runs the third dealership, is McKeel. Hello, welcome to the Haggerty Collection. I'm McKeel Haggerty, and I'll be your advisor and guide to the collection. It's very nice to meet you, McKeel. Here's the lineup of cars currently available. Go ahead, wander around and kick the tires, then it will be your turn to take the wheel. Sounds excited. Now, there are all kinds of different iconic historic cars are also to be meant to be having some high prices, just like the used car dealership and Brand Central. But I mean, look at these all kinds of different manufacturer cars made from the 20th century. Oh boy, looks like the Shelby Cobra 427 1966, 2,500,000 credits, total mileage 1,117 miles. I am so very surprised to see this kind of a good roadster to be well driven to be as a muscle car used by Carroll Shelby. And there's the Alpine A220 race car 1968. And all kinds of different historic vehicles are also to be available at the high price. But just like any kinds of functionality in the used car dealership and Brand Central. But I mean, this looks very good to have all sorts of different cars to be on the lineup that it was used to be as a short amount. But I mean, that might have more of them to be well expanded for the update. So I have to make sure to see which kind of a legendary car is going to be available to buy after spending some farming work to compete at the Trial Mountain Cup. Now let's see. This might have good available prices, but 300,000 credits to get the Alpine A220 race car 1968 is a very good iconic race car from the late 60s. But very good to have a total mileage to be at 571. Now let's have a good look, and this one is a very good beauty to be well driven to be part as a midship layout, and also to be labeled as a race car. So let's learn more about the Alpine A220 race car, what McKeel has something to say. It's hard to believe that a Le Mans prototype also compete in rallies. Well, it really did happen. let me introduce you to the Alpine A220. It's a successor to the Alpine M series, which performed well at Le Mans in the 1960s. It features a mid-mounted 3L V8 engine designed by Gordini. But unfortunately, it never made much of a mark at Le Mans. However, it would go on to compete in the world of rallying, which was a fairly unique challenge for such a car. This specific car has a dramatically shortened tail for rallying, which makes it especially rare. How remarkable to have a good classic race car to be well used in Le Mans. But 300,000 credits to have a nice good A220 race car made by Gordini to be part of Alpine. Alright, looks like with having enough current balance, this might have a good first ever legendary cars to be registered onto the car index. Look at this good living legend car, you guys. First time ever to be purchased, and also to be climbing up to have a good collector level to go up onto 20. There you go. Looks like level 20 is now increased to be at the collector level. Now I'll make sure I'll have to try this baby out later on. There you go. Looks like one legendary car is now purchased, and there might be some more of them to be on the high expensive. But I mean, I can't wait to get the Ferrari 250 GTO 1962 to be at the same price, just like the iconic race car from the 24 Hours of Le Mans. 20 million credits. But no longer to have a good cap range, because we have 100,000 million credits to be well used to be some free credits to spend up. But I mean, it is so highly rare to have legend cars to be part in GT7. So right now, let's go to the GT Cafe after the Trial Mountain Cup from the last video. Collection number 18, we'll be doing Nissan sports car. We'll be ready to go. So there are some three types of Nissan sports car will be acquired to have different models. There's the Silvia Spec-R Aero S15 2002, R32 Skyline GTR Free Spec 2 1994, and the 2007 Nissan Fairlady C version S Type Model C33. Tracks unlock will be having Mount Panorama Circuit located in Australia and Kyoto Driving Park located in Japan. So let's go and get ready to start out to take the number 18 collection. This time, I'd like you to collect sports cars produced by the Japanese manufacturer Nissan. Nissan's GTR, C, and Silvia sports car are popular and much loved all over the world. Collect all three and bring them back here. I'll be waiting. I'll be ready to go on, Luca. Menu book number 18, collection, Nissan sports car, I go. Oh yeah, not to mention to have a cutscene to have one of my Total Drama World Tour livery on the DS3 will be part of it. Just gonna have to be as a cameo. But alright folks, looks like it's time to get ready to start out to have three Nissan sports car will be participate in the Japanese Clubman Cup 550. I'm so very good to have Nissan sports car is about to go raring to go. But right now, the highlight on the compass is about to be recommended. So let's make sure to see which first car am I gonna have to get. Okay, this one is Autopolis, Fuji International Speedway, and Tokyo Expressway. Alright, now let's start out with Tokyo Expressway to be in first event on Japanese Clubman Cup 550. but I'll make sure I'll have to participate on different events such as the Plus Edition with the same name. So now it's going to be exclusive with Japanese car. I'll make sure I have to select any kinds of good JDM cars will be suitable to be on the track. Just gonna scroll down and choose the best ride ever yet. Depends on the 550 performance points will be suitable. Just gonna have to check and go with the PP rating. Alright, looks like gonna have to take one of the two choices am I gonna have to go with. So I'm about to have the Toyota GR Yaris RZ 2021 with the UDRS Insportec livery that I have used from the Tokyo Highway Parade. Take place from Tokyo Expressway in south counterclockwise. 3 laps will be okay, and we got some good main rival cars. The GTO Twin Turbo 1991, Lancer Evolution 4 GSR 1996, the 2012 Mazda RX-8 Spirit R is now part of it to be on the main rival. Alright then, now just gonna have to do some settings, so I have to make sure to do some preparations. Alright, it's all good. Now let's go for event number 1. It's about to get ready to take on for the city course at Tokyo to be at the South District. After having some successful farming racing work at the Trial Mountain Cup, but hopefully Round 7 of the Nations Cup is going to be set in schedule later on by tomorrow. But luckily, Manufacturers Cup is today, will be scheduled to be on tonight. But speaking of tonight, Twilight Time in Tokyo Expressway is about to go challenging to be on the streets. So we have Yamanaka, Kokuban, and Fraga. Let's give them a warm welcome to say hello. Guess what? I just got a new Supra. You know, I used to cheer for them all the time, so I'm glad Toyota brought it back. By the way, one of the interesting things about this track is that the car park is sometimes used as a pit area. Of course, that's how the pit area is actually locating right here on this track layout, folks. I'm just gonna have to let the cursor will know where it is. Alright, next up, Kokuban is now interact. Konnichiwa, my name's Ryota Kokuban. I like Mazdas, so I plan to compete in this RX-7. I think Mazda's designs are absolutely beautiful. Why did I start playing Gran Turismo? Well, my dad got me into it. He's been playing it since the first edition. Correction answer, you guys. Gran Turismo 1. Well, somehow, different kinds of Gran Turismo games that everybody really enjoys back in the day. Now, let's see. Looks like Braga is third on the interaction list. I grew up in Japan, so I love Japanese manufacturers. This time, I'll race in my new Toyota 86. This track features a number of hairpin turns that will require you to brake hard. I therefore recommend that you tune your car so the brakes pack as much stopping power as possible. You can't turn when fully applying the brake, so be sure to brake in a straight line, then ease off when turning. Correction and check, Fraga. I'll make sure I'll keep that in mind. Okay, looks like Igor Fraga is using the same car as I used. Now let's see. Just gonna have to check on Yamanaka is using the 2020 GR Supra. Kokuban in a FD. Alright, here I go. Let's kick it up and go Japanese racing to be at the streets of Highway in Tokyo. Switched up onto the radar and get onto the interior view. Alright, I really hope I could probably have to do this. 3 laps around Tokyo Expressway won't do any troubles. Okay, very good job, side by side between Toyota and Mitsubishi. Gonna have to take the right side to go overtake. Alright, there you go. Gonna have to take turn 2, coming in, and successfully to aim at turn 3 at the blind corner. So we got some good JDM cars to be well fitted with some custom parts. But there's the R32 Nissan Skyline, viewers. Let's kick it up and go overtake at this nice custom wing spoiler. Whoa, man. No matter how I saw the Nissan Silvia to have a Gran Turismo license plate, but I mean, several opponents just also to be put up with some customization from GT Auto. I kinda like it. Tokyo Extreme Racer to have a good part for race number 1, by the way. But now gonna have to keep pushing forward. But now I'm moving on in position number 8. Here comes the hairpin. Gonna keep up the throttle and pull early to proceed. Alright, looks like we have a British Gran Turismo racer joining session. And here's M. Simmons on position number 6. Gonna catch up. Keep it smoothly to be on the final sector. Gonna have to drive gentle. So far so clear. Now gonna have to keep coming in. Okay, no longer having nighttime because it's about to go morning. Okay, looks like the Nissan 350C overtake. Next up, the R33 GTR with a wide body modification kit. And whoa! It's that Victor Gallo from the 2021 Gran Turismo Championship driver from last year using the Honda NSX. It is him. I could probably have to go overtake this guy and moved on in position number 5. So very hot, you guys. We have ourselves a 2021 Gran Turismo champion is now part on the Clubman Cup. Very nice. Can't wait to race with him someday. But I bet competition always gonna have to wait at any moment because we are still in the test season for the FIA Gran Turismo Championship. Halfway there on lap number 2. 4 drivers to go. Alright, let's go. Vroom, vroom, vroom. But man, I can't wait to have Music Rally number 2 if I could probably have to listen to this song. It's so fanatic to be well written to have a title in it. Turn the headlights on to go in at sector 2. Keep it up. Just gonna have to keep a good curve straightaway. And there's the 370C driven by P. Lenore. Alright, looks like we got some more known Gran Turismo players to be joining the party. Let's get in there. Almost at the end of lap number 2 is about to come to an end soon. Just gonna have to have one car at a time to do the overtake. Alright, there you go. Stay on track. Okay, looks like it's just gonna have to be gentle. Be calm and very gentle. Okay, there's Derucci and the 86 Torino. I could probably have to catch up to him before enter lap number 3. Just you wait, Kokuban and Yamanaka. I'm coming for you, and first place for UDRS in Sportec will be at the podium. Now, I wonder which version of the 86 might be. Probably is the authors of Initial D, by the way. Just gonna have to switch back on to the third person view and have a good look on the 86. Coming in on second straightaway to enter on turn 2. Yep, it's the author's 86, of course. I knew it. I definitely knew it because one Gran Turismo player who is also a French is a proud fan of Initial D. There's Kokubun in the FD, gonna have to go right in to do a good clear overtake side by side. And T Yamanaka in first place for the Toyota GR Supra RC 2020. Let's kick up the slipstream and come right in onto the tunnel. Alright, take the right side, keep the highlight to be well directed. That's the ticket. First place in the lead. Now let's try to take the hairpin to go correctly at the inside. But luckily, the parking garage at the pit stop was also to be used as a landmark. Thank you for having a word of advice, Igor Braga. Now gonna have to move on to take the lead. Just like Igor Norwood from Switzerland, but different ways to have a good suitable location to be on the South District of Tokyo Expressway. Gonna have to take the final stretch onto the last turn. Freedom to win I go. And here comes the finish line for Team UDRS. Takes the win for first place. There you go. Very good and intermediate to go challenging with Japanese cars, folks. So proud and incredible. Fastest lap to be well taken on lap number 3, 2 minutes and 26.503 seconds in a total time of 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So it looks like one event down, 2 to go. Prize money to be well earned on 30,000 credits. So now it's time to get back to do some farming after this video. One Nissan sports car collect. The S15 Sylvia is now acquired in the menu book and registered to the index. Perfection and a good brilliant blue. Alright, looks like thumbnail to be need a replay. But I mean, I have to make sure to keep an eye out because there's going to be a lot of storage limit since I've been filled out all the replays from the Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup. But only in the World Circus for doing the campaign we'll have to do some replays to have some shared moments onto the GT7 Live. Now, let's see how I could probably have to go back to do some tuning shop to have some upgrades before moving on in race number 2 at Fuji International Speedway. But don't go away, folks. Tuning shop will be applied with some upgrades before I'm about to get set up. But I mean, the garage has been also to be upgraded into a very good premium structure. Now I have to take a good look after competing 3 rounds. Now let's see. Gonna have to choose something to be well fitted. Time to put up with some semi-racing muffler will be good enough. Medium RPM turbocharger. That should be quite purchase. Now what else? Oh yeah, racing clutch and flywheel. Just what I need to do some preparations to do some upgrades. But don't forget the brake balance control. Okay, what else? What else should I need to do one last part? fully customizable LSD. I should rather have this part to be well put up the torque. Don't forget the restrictor and the ballast. There you go, all set. And there goes the manifold. Alright. All fully upgraded and ready to go. 294 horsepower is going to be good enough on the GR86 RC. Alright. Now I'm back and get ready to go race number 2 at Fuji International Speedway. So I'll make sure get the R32 Skyline GTR B-Spec 2 is now well put up onto the full circuit track. So now, same car as always. If I could probably have to do this main part of the segment, we'll have to do some good suitable opportunities to race with Japanese cars. But I can't wait to have all kinds of different cars, to have some liveries to be used in the custom race, to have all kinds of different selections. So let's go rock out at Fuji International Speedway, folks. Race number 2 of the Japanese Clubman Cup 550. So we got some good 3 drivers are here, welcome as well. So we got Suzuki, Deruji, and Simmons. Hello, my name's Adam Suzuki. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've been a Nissan fan ever since I took part in the 2013 GT Academy. Today, I'll be racing in the Nissan C car. It's important to tune your car so that your engine is as powerful as possible. But that's not all. You also need to change your tires and upgrade your brakes. It's all about striking the right balance. Alright, Suzuki, it's a great pleasure to meet you since race number 1. Now, Deruji. As a fan of the comic book Initial D and having been born on August 6, I consider it an honor to race in this AE86. It feels like destiny. One of the most fascinating things about the AE86 is its lightweight body. Lighter cars tend to corner, brake, and accelerate better. Sounds like a very good technique of Takumi Fujiwara, Deruji. Now for Simmons. I've always been crazy about GTRs. The R32, the R33, the R34, every single one of them. And now, I finally get to race in the R33. Alright, looks like many Gran Turismo players, including one GT Academy driver, is now joining session to be on the starting grid. So let's go and kick off and go straight away to be at Fuji. But hopefully, it's going to get much partly cloudy to have a weather condition. Alright, looks like Suzuki is now on board with the 2007 Nissan Fairlady C. Gonna have to catch up to him, keep it concentrated, and go blocking defense on the Land Evo 4. 2 cars by the overtake in turn 2, now for turn 3 at the Coca-Cola. Alright, there you go. Just gonna have to fly my line and take turn 4 and 5 at the 100R. Okay, looks like the red R34 Skyline is now coming in. Take turn 6 at the hairpin. Alright, we are 1 with the car. Okay, looks like S. Jones is using the R33 with a different tuning style. Take the 300R and enter turn 10. Okay, Matthew Simmons is now coming up on to 6th place after overtake Igor Fraga. Come on, Fraga, keep it up. There we go. Take the 13 and follow up on the 14 and 15 at the nets. Just keep it slow. Make it happen. And here comes the Panasonic on turn 16. What I know about the wide-body R33 GTR is actually to become a very different look of the road car version manufactured by Nismo. But this kind of a different version of the R33 Nissan Skyline looks actually to become much wider and extended to do some well-fitted to do some tuning modifications. But here comes the rain. That one might have the surface on the asphalt is about to get challenging, so we have to keep an eye out to be on the wet surface. Always make sure to use the weather radar in case. Now, Ballo is in 5th place for the Honda NSX. Clearly, he using the 2002 model. Gonna have to catch up and go overtake. Okay, Yamanaka is in 4th place. Then Leonore is moving on in 3rd place. Gonna keep it careful. Make room for one Japanese GT player. And go recovery after taking turn 6. Fastest lap I took, 2 minutes and 3.721 seconds. Alright, let's give this good patient on turn 10 in the final sector. Keep it up. The medium range RPM turbocharged can actually have to go moderation. Just gonna have to do some braking position on several corners. Be a little bit patient. Alright, 2020 GR Supra is now dropped onto 4th and currently to be down onto 5th. Now I'm in 4th place. Leonore is in 3rd. Okay, there you go. 3rd place I go. Looks like Derarucci is now currently in the lead. He is very good, proud as a fan of Initial D. But luckily, I have already got covered up to have some latest purchase on every cars from the used car dealership on Twitter. So if you guys really want to make sure to check it out onto my video tweets, so feel welcome at any time and don't forget to give a like to have a heart. So that's how I could probably have to keep on track to do some car registration onto the index is always meant to be well important to be well used as a diary. But of course, having cars in Gran Turismo 7 is having a lot of good fun and excitement for this year. Okay, looks like Derarucci is in the lead. Let's give the new 8.6 could probably have to go in onto turn 6. Driving technique style, turn 7 and 8 at the 300R. Keep on racing to stay clean and beat the rain without getting caught in a road surface on the wet track. But I bet the rain might be get drizzle. No percentage at this moment. Okay, there you go. Keep a good smooth sailing in the lead. Final stretch before taking turn 16. Here it comes. Gonna have to do a right turn and bank up the apex. Alright, that wasn't so hard, and doing some good progression to race around on Fuji for having a good clear dry before the wet surface might get a little bit amount of drizzle. Smells like first place for having a victory win for UDRS in Sportec. but I'm so glad to have some custom parts are already been installed. Now, looks like we got some good outcome result in lap number 3 to take the fastest lap in 2 minutes and 3.277 seconds and a total time of 6 minutes and 15.721 seconds. Now that's Japanese competition on race number 2. Very good. Now the R32 Nissan Skyline is now acquired to be well fitted as a first place prize. Nissan sports car number 2 is now acquired in the menu book and registered into the car index. But I mean, yes sirree, the R32 Nissan Skyline is a very good popular sports car ever since to be well used from Initial D, driven by Takashi Nagasato of the Miyogi Night Kids, and also Rin Hojo. But I mean, the gun gray metallic color driven by Rin Hojo is also to have different kinds of custom parts to take on Ryosuke Takahashi. But now, let's see the perfect thumbnail on the replay. Alright, there you go. Capture image on thumbnail and save a replay. We're almost there, folks. Race number 3 on the Japanese Clubman Cup 550 is about to have a good different capital C at the end of the letter. Will be have a Fair Lady C will be at Autopolis. It all comes down to this, folks. Finish in 3rd place or higher to get the 350C, also to be well known in America, but also to have differences to have the 3rd generation type edition of the Nissan C. But of course, it was actually having a good different type of the Nissan sports car is going to be a very good excellent race to be on the 3rd round. So let's go and take on Autopolis to be at the full course on International Racing Course for race number 3 in the Clubman Cup 550 in the Japanese edition. Just you wait, folks, but I can't wait to get the 370C later on until if I could probably have to be purchased on the brand Central. So for the next race, it's about to go nighttime before having a daylight will come at Autopolis. But luckily, the headlights will be turned on and the Japanese sports car are rearing up and go on to have a good, excellent, challenging efforts to be at the night racing. So we have Gallo, Leonore, and Fraga. Let's give a warm introduction welcome to Gallo. Ciao, I'm Valerio Gallo. I was the 2021 Gran Turismo World Tour Champion. I'll be racing in the NSX. Don't you just love its solid, aggressive styling? It's really important that you are aware of what's going on around you when the race really heats up. Your MFD will give you a good idea of the position of the cars that are next to you. It's a good way of making sure don't crash into any of them. Safety's correction, Gallo. I'll make sure the radar is the #1 MFD used during the competition of the race. Now for Leonore. Bonjour, my name is Perry Leonore, and I've come all the way from France to race. I've been a fan of the Nissan C ever since I compete in GT Academy. It sure is a beauty. Tuning your car to get the most out of it is crucial. I also like to customize my car's appearance. In fact, I'm kind of obsessed with it. Alright, looks like another GT Academy driver is now joining session to be on the grid, same as always from every round in the same event. Alright, let's give Fraga to have one last thing. I'm the instructor for the International B license. Getting your International B license is well worth it because you'll learn all sorts of useful skills for upcoming races. I have already got the IB license, Braga. It's all good for now, and this will might have to take one next step to be on the International A license later on for the next video of the full walkthrough. Now, here I go. Take on race number 3 at Autopolis. We'll be doing a nighttime. We'll be going darker to take the sunset. We'll have to be on the sunrise. So let's kick it up and turn the headlights on. Alright, looks like the R32 Skyline is well put up with some custom modification. Sounds pretty cool. Now gonna have to catch up to Subaru in 10th place. Take turn 2, keep staying on track. Alright, Kokubun in the FD, 9th place. Alright, looks like for the third round of this event, so I had to put up with some separate clips parts, so I could probably have to keep my reputation will be upheld for the UDRS in Sportec to have a good leading position, to have a good focus on first place. So now we got some several GT players to be well known to have the icon to be well depends on. So now let's kick up and catch up with some several opponents until I could probably have to be entered in first place at the top 3 spot. Gonna have to overtake Derucci in the 86 Authors version. Right, looks like Matthew Simmons is coming in to take 4th place. The Land Eagle 4 blocking me. Okay. That was so close. And take a short attempt recovery. Alright, Land Eagle 4 has been overtake. No matter how I saw something underneath the bridge before moving on to take the final turn. But looks like it's about to go daybreak. The sun is about to go up. Let's move on to take the final turn to be at the straightaway until entered in lap number 2. It's 5:11 a.m., but luckily, we still got a lot of good exercise practice to do some racing. Let's keep things smoothly until I could probably have to catch up to Galileo Gallo. Galileo Gallo was the 2021 FIA Gran Turismo World Tour Champion driver. But I mean, have you guys ever watched the video to see how he did a pretty good job to take a good successful victory win to be featured on Gran Turismo YouTube channel? He did so proud job out there for doing a good successful #1 champion from last year in the 2021 series. But this time in GT7, I'm about to race with him head on to have a good, excellent performance with the Toyota GR RZ with the UDRS in Sportec. We'll have to take the spotlight to catch up to him and his 2002 Honda NSX Type R. So let's go down the hill and take Sector 3 to be on the progression. Drive down smoothly. There he is right now. Gonna have to go maintained by the moderation. Now, time to commence with a special UDRS driving performance style, so I could probably have to go on to be at the final turn. Gonna have to wait for the best spot to go underneath the bridge. Here it comes. Wait for it. One simple chance, because the slipstream will go on. Final lap, here I come. Let's make things perfectly to have a good, excellent nick of time to enter turn 1. In Sportec driving style performance, side by side at the corner, and progression on the maintain. That's how I come up with a different ability to use with driving style. So here I am right now, first place in the lead. Now, just gonna have to stay well defended. Let's see how the 2021 Gran Turismo champion driver can actually catch up to me. 2.3 seconds behind the gap. His Honda NSX Type R 2002 can actually have a lot of good horsepower. Will be able to catch up to me. Just gonna have to go maintain the pace. Okay, keep it smoothly in. Onto that part of the hairpin turn. Down the slope. It's almost 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and that means the perfect time to have a sunrise. We might have to do a perfect time to go breakfast. We'll be having the most important meal of the day. It's 5:30. Now, that one might have the perfect time to give nighttime. We'll be in before the sun will go up. Whoa, so close. Very good on the brake to have a good emergency response. Take the final turn and do a full final stretch. First place for race number 3 on the Japanese Clubman Cup 550. Successful racing job well done, folks. I did a proud job and go well tuning work to do some tuner style to take the goal. Now that makes a very good outcome result for race number 3. Fastest lap I took in the dirt lap, 2 minutes and 11.465 seconds in a total time of 6 minutes and 41.326 seconds. And that means the Nissan 350C is now acquired to be as a first place prize. Gonna have to collect some earnings, and there it is. There's the 350C, also to be known as the C33 version of the Nissan Fairlady C, to be acquired to be specified in the menu book. Third Nissan is registered on the car index and get closer to have 75% on collector level 20. That was an absolutely race well done at Autopolis to be on the night time to be late until the morning will come. Now let's see the replay for having a good thumbnail if I could probably have a good spotlight. Almost good enough, and this one should be shared to be on the memory. I'm so really good to have save replay to be part as a scrapbook. But I'm so glad that the Japanese Clubman Cup 550 is finished. So now, let's move back to the GT Cafe to have a good collection to have a different photo op background to be well achieved. But luckily, Luca is going to be so happy to have 3 kinds of Nissan sports car. It's going to be a very good, interesting surprise to explain about. But I can't wait to have another background to see it. And there it is. Magnificent and beautiful. Nissan sports cars collection complete. Congratulations. You got all 3 cars. This completes your Nissan sports car collection. Once you collect your rewards, I've got some stories to tell you about these cars. Sounds good, Luca. This will be a very good storytelling about 3 kinds of Nissan sports car was also to be manufactured on the late 90s and go on to the 2000s. But we have Mount Panorama Circuit is now available in the World Circuits and Kyoto Driving Park as well. Alright, looks like it's time to go for a story description about the 3 Nissan sports car. Let's give something to have Luca to say. The Nissan C and the GTR. You may have heard of these cars. They're 2 of the world's most loved Japanese sports cars made by Nissan. The C33 is the 5th generation Nissan C, and it's great in both styling and performance. This R32 Skyline GTR is one of the great Japanese cars in history. It's a true legend, having a long history of race victories in top Japanese domestic touring car races. The Silvia is also a model that has been loved by many fans over the years. Combining a powerful turbocharged engine with wheel drive, it's a popular car for drifting. It's easy to see why Nissan sports cars have always been a mainstay of Japanese car culture. Because many Nissan fans really love 3 cars to have a good heart moment to be in history. So after menu book number 19 on Nissan sports car, Japanese rally base car is next on the number 19 before moving on to be on the full walkthrough on part number 19. But I'm so glad to have 3 Nissan sports cars. We'll be doing the first step to have all kinds of good different models like this S15 Silvia, R32 Skyline, and the C33 Nissan Fairlady C in Japan. But clearly that everybody talks about the 350C, which is to be titled as the American model. So now, it's time to have a roulette ticket to go in onto the nice exclusive premium garage to head over. But luckily, this will be the 4th stage of the garage after collecting 100 cars and over. But now it's about to have a 3-star roulette ticket after the 4-star from the Manufacturer's Cup. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. 3-star roulette ticket is now in play. And this time, Gran Turismo credits will be part. So close to get a high amount of Gran Turismo credits before it ends up onto 10,000. Once again, I had to get lucky next time, so I have to make sure to have a 4-star roulette ticket later on. But only in the Manufacturer's Cup because the update might be putting up with some changes on invitation from the Brand Central. Well, I guess time to get ready to wrap this up because part number 19 is about to be scheduled later on before I'll have to be ready to start posting for a journal entry log on DeviantArt. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.